I am Jeffrey Villadwen in the 7th episode of the very unique Kingdom of Serbia campaign from the Stainless Steel Historical Improvement Project, a mod for Medieval 2 Total War Kingdoms currently under development but fully playable. You may remember we are sandwiched between two very friendly nations and so nothing happens. Let us hope historical accuracy has not been taken so far that we will have to wait until the 20th century before our neighbors attack us. A 14-year-old prince wants the hand of our Princess Jovanka in marriage. He is loyal and pious, but still has not finished school, and he is clueless about both military command and chivalry, so he will have to wait until he grows up. The Abbasid Caliph has died. Relations with the Normans of Sicily are down to poor. Sicily and the Papal States have agreed to a truce. We have retrained some peasant militia. Our Council of Nobles is pleased about the blockade of Tunis and has paid 1,000 florins into state coffers. Hildegard von Bingen, the famous German nun, has died. The Seljuk Turks are a rising power, topping the charts overall. A Polish army has been sighted in the area of Slovakia by one of our diplomats. Now here's the situation. We need Zara and Zagreb for our victory conditions. This was not my idea, we just need them to complete the campaign, otherwise there is no point in continuing. The options are either I give up the campaign, or the Hungarians sell them to us, or we go to war. There is no other possibility. The Hungarians will not sell them to us, so I either give up the campaign or we go to war. We have been provoking Hungary by trespassing their borders, but relations are only at poor, so I doubt they are ever going to attack us willingly. Historically, Austria-Hungary went to war with Serbia and lost these regions to Serbia in the 20th century, and by the rate at which the relations between the two countries are deteriorating, we can expect the 20th century to be the earliest possible date. I do not have the patience, for the sake of historical correctness, to wait forever. Besides, there is the risk of Venice taking Zara and Zagreb, and they are our allies, which will make the situation even worse, because at least Hungary is not an ally, and we will not take a reputation hit if we attack them. We present our game option to them. We need Zara and Zagreb.
Yes, my king. Opening talk. You bring a proposition for my king?
So they are both available for purchase. We choose Zara first, and we are going to offer them no less than 10,000 florins. Very demanding, so they're not interested. We're going to up that to 20,000 florins, 10,000 up front, and 1,000 florins per turn for turn. Still very demanding. What do they want? So, Zara and Zagreb, give Zara and Zagreb. Otherwise we will attack. Not interested? I'm not surprised.
Enough. This is over. Our talks seem pointless.
They just said no. Relations with Hungary are down to very poor now. Will they at last attack us? Our other diplomat, Vlado Stamenkovic, is in the Roman Empire, not the regular vanilla Roman Empire, but the Holy Roman Empire. They are our allies. We ask for military access. Just small talk really, we don't need it. Our diplomat thought he'd drop in and brought up the subject. They're not interested. That was a short visit. Our Council of Nobles proposes we send an emissary to the Papal States, and it seems like a good idea. We have recruited a peasant crossbow unit. Peasants seem to be in very plentiful supply in our kingdom, A grain exchange has been completed in that unpronounceable place. You know, one advantage of not having many vowels in a word is you save time. Imagine if instead of saying schwarz, you had to say something like sokohorovarotozo. You take off all but one of the vowels and what do you get? You get schwarz, a short word that saves you time from talking too much and you can get on with your business. Now I have a better idea. I'm going to cut off some consonants as well. How's that? From now on, I will call this place Bosna, so that at least I have a way of pronouncing it. So, when I say Bosna, you must remember I'm talking about this place. So we're now in the year 1154 and the Seljuks are going strong. The Venetians are also not discussing military access. Sviatoslav Zoric is commanded to go on a border trespassing spree.
Yes, Lord.
Just in case the Hungarians can be provoked into attacking us.
Of course. Forward!
He seems to love it.
Move out. Of course. Forward!
And then he gets back into Ragusa. Dasov Frashka also goes into some trespassing himself.
Move out!
We will see what effect that had on the Hungarians. Two Polish armies are roaming the land around Varad. A Byzantine captain named Andronicus has been sent to investigate. We have sent our priests to Zara to spread the word of the gospel in the hope this might incite a rebellion so that we may not have to go to war with Hungary. This sounds like a desperate plot altogether. So here is our cozy kingdom. Very nice and very orange. Novgorod has gone to war with Lithuania. Norway and Denmark have ceased hostilities. We are off to 1155 and the Seljuks are holding on to their overall lead. Here are our military commanders, all of them. We had a mission from the Council of Nobles to make a diplomatic agreement with the Papal States, so Vlado Stamenkovich has at last reached Rome with offers of an alliance and trade rights for a small fee. The Pope seems to find the proposal a very generous one, and he agrees. So in addition to having the two Roman empires and Venice as our allies, we now even have the Holy Father on our side. The Council of Nobles recruits 2 units of spear militia to mark the event. The last spree of border trespassing made no impression on the Hungarians, so we have to repeat the exercise.
March! Of course! Forest ambush set, my lord!
Sviatoslav Zoric trespasses the border near Ragusa.
Forward! We go no further this day, my lord.
Oh, this time it didn't have enough movement to get back into Ragusa, so we have to send our Veliki Zupan into Ragusa. That's very unfortunate. That is going to cost us some money. The Polish armies are still roaming the lands around Varad. The Order of the Knights of Santiago has been founded. The Seljuks are still topping the charts. Serbomir Zarkovic is still in Vienna at the court of the Kaiser.
Guten Tag, mein Freund. What is it you wish?
We wish to make a deal with you. We shall attack the independent sovereignties for a small fee, if that would please you.
Nein, this is there something else you wish to propose? Yeah?
No, the Kaiser has rejected the offer.
Yeah,
we throw in some money
good.
and throw it as
What
a
else
gift.
do you have to suggest?
Proposed as a gift, the Kaiser is pleased. Next we ask for military access.
Not another proposition for the Reich?
The Kaiser does not like the idea, he stays neutral. We offer a little bit more money. The proposal is generous.
Just short of acceptable, mein Freund.
Just sort of
Another
acceptable,
worthy
at least now the
proposal,
Kaiser
mein Freund.
seems pleased. A little bit more money, just to warm him up to our friendship. There's no other purpose in this.
Not quite something I can accept.
He cannot accept, not quite. He's pleased at least. The Book of Sentences has been written, a theological treatise on the Bible. Relations with Poland have gone to poor. Hostilities cease between the Roman Empire and the Seljuks. We have a mission from the Council of Nobles to blockade Torabulus, that's the Arabic name of Tripoli. We're in the year 1156 and the Seljuks are holding on to first place overall. An obsessed suitor is following our princess Jovanka wherever she goes. That happens after a princess seals a diplomatic deal. We have to live with it. Relations with the Holy Roman Empire have gone up to good. Our diplomat Serbomir Zarkovic approaches a princess from the Kingdom of Leon and Castile with an offer of an alliance and trade rights. The princess agrees, so we have gained yet another ally. The King of Jerusalem has died. A regent has been selected to administer the realm. Perhaps that might be the Count of Tiberias, as in the movie Kingdom of Heaven. An Orthodox chapel has been completed in Ras and a town watch in Bosna. The Moors have knocked off the Seljuks from the top of the charts. Serbia is in position 27 near the bottom of the league. There is a rebellion in Hungary. Perhaps the work of our bishops is paying off. I had hoped Zara would turn rebel because of our priests, but if it turned rebel, then it reverted straight away back to Hungary. So even rebellion does not seem possible. We are being forced to go to war with Hungary. There seems no other option left. Our Princess Jovanka of Frashka approaches a very charming French Princess Constance the Snob with offers of an alliance. Despite her snobbishness, the French princess agrees. We're on a roll with alliances. We offer the French military access, but like everyone else, they do not even want to hear it. So an alliance is announced between Serbia and France. Serbomir Zarkovic is back in Venice. Doge Domenico has usurped the position of the Doge. Maybe he's a dictator Doge. We paid him our regards. There was nothing really to discuss. We are already allies and trade partners, and the new Doge seemed rather dreadful. Relations with Hungary have worsened to very poor. Serbomir Zarkovic makes it to Verona, where there seems to be a lot of diplomatic activity to be going on. Verona now belongs to Venice. We're off to the year 1157 and the Seljuks have returned to first place. Vlado Stamenkovic visits the State Council of Pisa with an offer of an alliance and a small tribute. We have still lots of money left from the sack of Tunis that we have nothing else to spend it on, so our diplomats are having a great time spreading love and cash around Europe. The alliance with Pisa is announced and hostilities cease between Pisa and Venice, who are both now allies of ours. Back to Varad, the Byzantines got word of the Polish armies and sent off armies of their own up to Varad, and the Polish have made themselves scarce. Ioannis Aksuchos is there, the Byzantine Caesar of the time. Aksuchos was a Turkish boy found by the imperial family abandoned somewhere, and he was adopted and raised up at the imperial court. He eventually became appointed by Ioannis Komnenos as Caesar, that was the rank next to the emperor and co-emperor. He was one of the top Byzantine generals of this time, and he's on the Polish case. A bit further down is another royal, Ariovindos Komnenos. So, the Byzantines are taking the situation here very seriously. Ariovindos, by the way, was a pagan name of an official of Gothic descent in the early days of the Eastern Roman Empire. It is a somewhat inappropriate name for this historical period, especially for a royal. Never mind. Our great Zupan Euros is now 77 years old. Here is Desafrashka, the second in line to the throne with a privy seal. The Pisan Duke has died and an interim administration is running the affairs of the Republic. The dynasty for sure has now come to an end, as there was never a dynasty in Pisa to begin with. Nothing can end that has not yet started. The Papal States have gone back to war with the Kingdom of Sicily. The Rus are now allied to the Byzantines, and the Kingdom of Poland is allied to the Kingdom of Denmark. The Teutonic Order organizes, a very German sort of thing. And the year 1157 comes to an end with the Seljuks leading the charts. The Lord of Leon and Castile has reached Nice on his way back from the crusade. Our Princess Jovanka pays a visit to King Otto and accepts a small subsidy for attacks on any rebels that dare cause trouble in her peaceful times. Princess Jovanka sends some feelers about a potential attack on Hungary. King Otto is over the moon with the idea. There's nothing better in a game of total war than proposing to go to war, so he rubs his hands and offers a subsidy of 1,070 florins. So war with Hungary is now on the horizon. All that remains is to let our other allies know, so that we do not suffer too great a reputation hit. The Kaiser is not interested in military access, and the talks end there. Relations with the Holy Roman Empire are now very good. The Kaiser just loves the idea of a little bit of spilling of blood. Princess Jovanka is now admired for her diplomatic ability and has gained in charm. She's now a charming consul. Back to us. Zyp and Euros must now start preparing for war. We can hire some of these peasant Bashtinik Voynik, or perhaps some cheap peasant militia, or we could levy some Slav peasants for a knockdown price. Decisions, which sorts of peasants are we recruiting to our army? Our very capable diplomat, Srbomir Zarkovic, next visits Consigliere Barbos in Venice and offers an attack on rebels that the Venetians are willing to subsidize with 590 florins. Next, our diplomat brings up the little matter with Hungary, and the Venetians are almost as excited as the Germans and offer a war subsidy of 1,090 florins. As a result, relations with Venice improve to good. Life is good at the moment. Vlado Stamenkovic next drops by the Holy Father in Rome, and he grants 420 florins for an attack on the rebels and 970 florins for an attack on Hungary. That's the kind of pope we like here in Orthodox Serbia. Relations with the pope go up to good. Relations with Hungary apparently go down to very poor for the third time in a row, so it feels like the Hungarians want to be friends, but the circumstances do not allow them to. It's a strange world, the world of international politics. In the meantime, Georgia has a truce with the Zengids, the Kingdom of Aragon agrees to a truce with the Moors, and the Byzantines agree to a truce with Poland. We have retrained some scouts in Ragusa, and the Council of Nobles has recruited 3 units of peasant militia with the money raised from the successful blockade of Trablus, that is Tripoli in Libya. We're in the year 1158 and near the bottom of the league of the makers and shakers of this world. Princess Jovanka is known now for being a delicate diplomat, and she has gained in charm. Relations with the Holy Roman Empire are very good. Vlado Stamenkovic visits the Pisan State Council, who offer us 440 florins for an attack on rebels and 1,000 florins for an attack on Hungary. Relations with Pisa are good. Vlado Stamenkovic is now known for his diplomatic skills in establishing alliances. Civil war strikes Aragon. Lucky they had signed a truce just recently with the Moors. The Polish senior duke has died. We now have a new mission from the council to blockade Saragossa. Saragossa? Isn't that in Spain? We have retrained some of the newly recruited militia. Our faction leader, Veliki Zyp has died. As it happens, our new faction leader was also called Zyp. So, being a Zyp is a ticket to greatness. Veliki Zyp is dead. Long live Veliki Zyp. The Seljuks are beginning to dominate the charts, now having also for the first time the highest production. Here is our diplomat near Pisa. Florence is being ruled by Sicily at present, that's interesting. How did they get up there? Vlado Stamenkovic makes it over to Genova, but we will have to wait until next turn before he opens up negotiations with the Genoese. Relations with Venice aren't good. Princess Jovanka is at the court of Kaiser Otto in Vienna, where she has spotted Pancratio, a famous Venetian assassin hanging about, which seems rather suspicious. A Castilian princess is outside Skada. Here are our agents, great and small. Our spy, Vlastimir Radislavljevic, is outside Varad, keeping an eye on the comings and goings of the various princesses. Varad is firmly in Byzantine hands now that there is peace between the Byzantines and Poland. Here is our cozy kingdom. The Byzantine Emperor Ioannis Komnenos has died. That were the news from that Byzantine princess. Very sad. Hostilities ceased between the Zengids and the Abbasids. More militia have been retrained. Some dirt roads have been completed. Well, that was a project started a few thousand years ago, I should think. Development happens at a slow pace in our kingdom.
Good morning, dear. I hear you have now some dirt roads around Bosnia. That's wonderful. You no longer have to plod about plowed-up fields. Oh, yes, thank you, dear. I can at last throw away those muddy, sodden clothes I have been wearing all these years. Walking through muddy fields all the time really does not suit a lady of proper breeding. Why did you not use the paved Roman roads, dear? They have been around for 1,000 years or more. Oh, the paved Roman roads, well, you know the stones they were paved with were removed by the people of Bosnia. Oh, but why, dear? They served a purpose. It is no good purpose to use Serbian stones for Roman roads. Did we ever take anything from the Romans? What business do they have to take our stones from us? So the peasants resolved the stones belong to the people, and they removed them and used them to build animal pens and stone walls around the fields, houses, and many other things, good things built of good, honest Serb stones. But then they ran out of stones and started taking each other's stones. So we had a meeting at our residence council and sent a petition to the great Zupan to do something about that. Oh, and what did the great Zupan do? Well, he outlawed the use of stone. Have you not noticed that instead of a wall around Bosnia, we have a wooden fence? So, no stone is any more allowed here, but you know, there is an advantage in making roads out of dirt. Oh, really, dear? And what is that? No one is going to remove the dirt from a dirt road, you know. And even if someone does, there is more dirt underneath. It is a wonderful idea, don't you think?
The Seljuks are going strong. A young princess has come of age, Dragana the Affectionate. Here she is. She's a natural negotiator like her sister, and moreover a dauntless and passionate woman, for which reason her father has provided a unit of smothering guards to accompany her everywhere. Their job description remains a state secret, but for better or worse, Dragana is also carrying a delicate blade. Princess Dragana wastes no time to try out her negotiating skills. She approaches Violante Martinez, the Castilian princess visiting Skadar. I do believe the Castilian princess agreed to an alliance and subsidies of all sorts, as a result of which relations with the Kingdom of Leon and Castile improved to good. On the other hand, the smothering guards were unable to prevent an obsessed suitor from becoming obsessed with a young princess. In the meantime, our trusty spy, Vlastimir Radislavievich, has sneaked into Zara. He has sent us news that Zara is thinly guarded by 2 companies of spear militia and a general with his bodyguard. The AI is still napping. Hostilities have ceased between the Byzantines and the Hungarians. As long as the Byzantines do not backstab us, that's probably okay. Some peasants are being trained in the art of holding spears rather than shovels. More dirty roads have been completed, this time in Ras. Now the people of Bosna can travel to Ras without having to walk through each other's ploughed fields. We are in the year 1159. Relations with the Papal States are good. So are relations with Leon and Castile. We waste no time to strike fast. Deza of Frasca sails up to Zara and puts Zara under siege.
Set sail.
Back ashore, men. Yes, Lord. Marching to battle with pride, Lord. Yes, surrounding and besieging the settlement. The siege is ongoing, my lord.
Finally, we are at war with someone. For some reason, the Holy Roman Empire, who had been so keen to subsidize our attack on Hungary, have now broken their alliance with us. The world of politics is not very straightforward. Relations are very poor with Hungary, they always were, and no love lost there. The Aragonese civil war ends. A 54-year-old prince offers to marry our 18-year-old princess Jovanka. First a young boy, now an old man. The Seljuk Sultan is dead. An alliance is announced between the Zengids and the Abbasids. The Hanseatic League has been founded. Off to the year 1160. The new Polysignor Duke is dead. And we have come to this, the attack on Zara.
Marching to battle with pride, Lord.
We have built 5 siege rams, and we may not even need them if our spy opens the gates. To battle, then! We have a massive superiority in numbers.
Form up lines and do not break them. Today, we break the enemy.
The princes who have done great things are the ones who have taken little account of their promises. Well, that may be why the Holy Roman Empire walked out on us, even though we kept our promise of attacking Hungary.
Hold high our flags, and let the enemy see them. It is right that men should have the chance to run when they know our quality!
A very Serbian sort of speech from Deza Frashka. Here's the general's bodyguard. For battles, I will try to use from now on a graphic mod called Reshade. So the battles will be slightly more colorful than you're used to.
By the Holy Lord above, our spy has opened the gates!
Our spy has opened the gates. We are attacking from 3 sides. Left, right and center, or maybe west, east and south, whatever. So this is the eastern side or the right hand side. We have an army here. They are dashing through the opened gates. They're about to be opened. They're dashing into Zara. So here our spy has opened the gates. And he must have some collaborators,
With us today. We have captured the enemy's walls.
because he opened the gates on the other sides as well. So what I was hoping here was that my cavalry would get to the plaza first and block off the retreat of the enemy army, but unfortunately our enemies got there first. They had a shorter route to travel, and so we are now retreating. We will have to just fight our way into the plaza, unfortunately. So here's the Hungarian governor of Zara, and the infantry also has made it back into the plaza. We had some cavalry running behind them, but it got here first. So overall, no success so far. We just have to fight for the plaza. So we have some crossbowmen on this side, some peasant crossbowmen, and we have archers on the other two sides. The new units for the historical improvement project look like skinny, emaciated children for some reason. They're too skinny. It's almost as if they're not wearing clothes, as if they're wearing a t-shirt or something. You know, the new units, those ones with the round helmets. The helmets are also very tight-fitting. At least it's nice to have some new units. So our crossbowmen have opened fire. The enemy general decides to go the other side and charge our archers that were on the other side. The infantry tries to block the other two sides. Here's the enemy general. Wow! Goodness! What a tremendous charge! Absolutely obliterated a ton of men there. We have some more axemen coming to attack them in the rear, but the enemy bodyguard unit has devastated our two companies here. I should have not given them so much room to build up their charge speed. I should have gone closer to the plaza. That was a mistake. So here's the enemy general. Fortunately, at least he's bloodied. He's in the center. Our spearmen are holding back for now. The axemen have attacked the rear of the enemy general's bodyguard, but he's not breaking. So here he is, he's fighting two spearmen. The spearmen keep poking at his horse, but the horse is too well armored for the spears here. One of the spearmen has died, another one's come out from behind, keeps poking at the horse from behind, still can't kill the horse. So the enemy general's bodyguard are doing very well, I must say. Oh, the enemy general has been injured once again. Here are the other units. They tried to attack one of some of our cavalry that was approaching from behind. They killed a few of the horsemen. They caught me napping there. And so here's this levy unit. There's another unit holding the front, and we've killed the Hungarian general. So that's good news. Hungarian general Geza Herzeg or something has been slain. Here's the other unit of Levy Spearmen. They are definitely holding back our, half our army here. They're doing very well. Finally, they have been broken at last.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Now they've rallied in the plaza. In the meantime, our general has attacked the enemy general's bodyguard here. We've also brought some more axemen. And now the enemy general's bodyguard is very hard pressed. And they have been cut down to a man but one. So one man has escaped. He's going back into the plaza. And he rallies straight away and attacks our spearmen coming up this side. These other levies have gone back into the plaza. They were chasing our cavalry. We attack their rear. And we are shooting arrows at them. Here's our general, Dessa of Rashka.
The enemy are badly blooded. They have lost half their men.
Our enemy have lost half their men. That lone horseman that has survived from the bodyguard unit keeps charging back and forth. Here's Dessa of Rashka. Here are our crossbowmen. They're about to fire the flanks of one of the enemy units.
Our men have taken control of the city.
It seems at last we have taken control of the city. The Hungarians are still fighting on here. We've pushed this unit out of the plaza, so hopefully we can break them now. And here's Dessa of Rashka. He's attacked the other unit on the southern side. And this unit has been defeated.
The enemy army runs. We must pursue and hunt them down.
And on the other side, the other unit has been broken outside the plaza.
This is a clear victory that goes to only men of great virtue and valor.
So, finally we've won this battle, but at a cost. Some units suffered quite a bit. One spear militia unit was nearly wiped out. So far as he is able, the prince should stick to the path of good.
The enemy lies defeated! We are victors! Your kingdom expands, my lord. We have conquered.
Zara has fallen. We occupy Zara. We always take the noble path of chivalry. Here's Dessa of Rashka with a privy seal. He commissions the building of a small Orthodox church. He also hires a merchant, as he cannot hire any military units. Relations with the Cumans go down to very poor. Relations with Poland are down to poor. Zupan Dessa has crushed our enemies. Next, Vlastimir Radislavievich attempts to sneak past the guards into Zagreb. There's nothing there. Oh no. Sadly, this time, Vlastimir Radislavievich is caught and he is slain. He shall be fondly remembered. He was a legend in his time. And that ends our exploits of episode 7. Thank you for watching.